My dear students, we should know that how to structure the application forms. Three ways of structuring application forms. One way is the competency-based application form. Second way to structure the application form is the biodata. And the third is the CV, means curriculum vitae. First of all, we will discuss competency-based application form. The competency-based application form requires the applicant to provide evidence, which means examples from their experience. Means the applicant need to provide their experience. They need to show that what kind of skills they know. They need to show that what kind of qualifications they have. They will be able to demonstrate the competency. The competencies which are related to your job. When required, the response format is written usually 100 words or so in the box. So in the application form, you may give a box in which box you can ask the applicants to mention about your experience in 100 words. Sometimes 100 words are quite insufficient, and sometimes for some particular jobs 100 words are quite sufficient. So you need to know that application form need to be designed for what kind of jobs. The space allowed would be appropriate for a graduate recruitment, but for more experienced recruitment, you may need to offer more space. For example, if you are going to hire a neurosurgeon and you are giving just 100 words box, obviously that 100 words box would not be sufficient for a neurosurgeon to explain their competency. But if you are going to hire a fresh graduate from the university, 100 words box is more than sufficient. So you need to design the application form accordingly. The application forms ensure that the information required by the employer is presented in a uniform way. This is the beauty of application form, which make application form different from the CV. That application form provides uniformity. Because if you are getting CVs from different employees, from your different prospective employees, every employee would design the CV according to their own wishes, according to their own will, according to their own psyche. But application forms provide you more uniform information about the applicants. Competencies are but one way of providing the structure which will deliver uniformity. There are a number of other ways which can provide uniformity to the application form. Although, of course, that can never be granted. We have all come across applicants who can subvert an application form, self-defeating through it is to do so. So, a way of structuring the answer must be suggested through the points to cover. The structure was implicit or rather than very explicit. If it is thought that applicants need an explicit structure in order that they can express themselves more clearly than an overtly structured format. So decision making, you need to be able to take responsibility for and be prepared to define your decision. So decision making need to be rational, need to be logical, based on the competency-based application forms. Please describe a situation here, this is sort of a case study. Please describe a situation where you have to make a difficult decision and explain it to other people. Because you are not going for a solo flight. It doesn't mean that you are making a decision and that decision need to be implemented. You have to take confidence of other people in the interview panel or in the group discussion. So number one, you need to ask certain questions about yourself. What were the situation and factors affecting it? What were the consequences of getting it wrong or avoiding it? How did you explain it? How did you deal with any resistance? And what were the results? So these are the different questions which you may need to ask when you are devising a competency-based application form. Finally, it is very important to remember that a competency-based application form should also ask for further information deemed relevant. It is not always necessary that information you are asking in competency application form is sufficient. Sometimes you may need to ask for further information. For example, whether the applicant requires a work permit, holds a driving license, or has a particular skill such as a language skills, you may need to ask a few more questions through the competency-based application form so you can make the decision in best possible manner.